What's up, everybody? This is Jason again with Campbell's Morale Music Rig Rundown. This is part 7, episode 7, however you want to say it.
It's a lucky number.
Lucky number 7. And we got the luckiest guy in the world. Or I'm the luckiest guy for having you here today. But we got Wes Lick of God Size here today. Going to give us some metal tones. One of the best metal players in the area, in my opinion. So that's all that matters.
That's cool. Thank you. Thank you.
Again, we bring this episode to you every week, just about, or we're trying to do it every week to promote local musicians and local bands.
You guys are doing killer. You've had some awesome players on here.
Yeah, thank you. And again, Wes is in the band God Size, who's got some stuff out there online and everything. We'll talk about that as we go along. Okay. And I always just jump right into the rig, and I always start with the guitar.
The guitar? Man, this is an Agile AL2000. I really wanted a silver burst, and the Gibsons were just way out of the price range that I could afford, especially when I picked this thing up. So I bought this thing, a little silver burst copy, and I brought it down here to you guys, and you suggested this DiMarzio Deactivator X. It's basically like the hottest pickup you guys had. Yeah. It was still passive. Yeah. So we dropped that sucker into the bridge, and you guys also fitted me with a bone nut. Okay. And when I got it back, even just like, you could hear the difference, not even plugged in, just playing it acoustic.
Just the resonance.
It made a world of difference, man. And I've played tons of other guitars, go to shops in Nashville and sit down and play the high dollar stuff for kicks. Yeah. And I haven't liked anything as much as this yet.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just find a gem and put what you want into it. Still stock neck pickup, or? Still
stock. I don't use it. You'll see. I just use that as a kill switch.
Oh, all right, yeah. All right, yeah. So we'll talk about this sweet amp setup. This is normally what you play live.
This is what I play live. Yeah. I run this through the one with the black grill cloth. That cab was used at a show, I want to say with Young and in the Way, and it was a show in Asheville where they slung pig's blood all over everything, and so the grill cloth got kind of ruined, and it got replaced with this, and it actually turned out to be a good thing because that thinner grill cloth lets a little more of the high end pass through, it seems like. Yeah. So you get kind of more of an articulate sound. And then on this side, this is not nearly as articulate. This is where all the chunk comes from, mostly low end. Take it a second to warm up there. One you can kind of hear when I try to do it gets real muddy. Yeah. So you have to have this top to clean it up a little bit.
Heck yeah, so that's both amps and both cabs there at the end, so you definitely got the chunk, like you said, the bottom end coming out of that side and the articulate side on this end with the EVH. That sounds great. And what are you tuned to?
This is just D standard.
Okay.
A lot of people seem to think lower is heavier, but it seems it's more like a fun challenge to see how heavy and aggressive you can get it when you're just a whole step down, you know? Right, makes it more of a challenge.
Yeah, for sure. Got this one mic'd up with SM57 and like a Sennheiser clone on the bottom end cabinet that he uses for the chunk. So,
and going into the black cab is the Fender 5153. It's the 50 watt version. I try not to push it too hard because it'll get a little iffy once you get it past 2 or 3 o'clock.
Right.
Run that through the thinner cloth, and it's an orange OR80, but it's one of the ones that has the 2 extra tubes. So it says OR80, but it's identical to the OR120.
Well, like the 120 watt version.
Right,
yeah.
right.
And that's one of the older like matte app versions.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, that thing sounds great. And the pedals you're running into both of these cabs that we were talking about, everybody starts with this tuner, just the basic TU3.
Big time, yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
And then the Electro-Harmonix Micropog, what would you use that for?
So it goes a couple different ways. Right now it's set, so I use it for some leads in combination with the reverb. So that's with the high octave setting.
Yeah.
The only other thing that I use it for is kind of flip the setting around. And I've got this Digitech Digidelay down here. I don't use delay for anything. It's just one more thing to have to fool with.
Yeah.
And I try not to have too much to fool with. So it's just like between songs, I'll hit stuff like sort of let that ride out.
Just have to get transition from song to song a lot of times.
Right, cover up if I need to tune.
Yeah.
Keep it going, you don't always have something to say between songs. Sometimes
sure,
you just want to play riffs.
Yeah. And JHS Tube Screamer, you leave that on pretty much all the time, or?
So I just picked that up from you guys after recording an EP that's going to come out soon. We put it in front of everything, and I absolutely loved it. It makes everything sound so much tighter. It just gives it that boost that it really needs,
yeah.
And I leave it on running through both all the time.
Okay. And then now that into the HM2 clone, you say, is a...
So the way I've got it set up, we're going from the tuner into the boost, and then it runs through these two, and I use this as not an AB, just kind of an all-the-time Y.
Yeah.
I tried an AB switch, and it was just too much tap dancing, so I just leave it full throttle. I go out of the Digidelay into this, but then before the orange is the God City Jugendstil.
Okay.
And that thing, it's it's an HM2 clone. The fellow from Converge started building. Those HM2s just got like super expensive.
Yeah.
They got out of control. And so all these clones started popping up that some of them were better, they were at least better value.
Yeah.
Now they've come out with the HM2 Wazacraft.
Yeah.
I think you guys have one in the case over there.
Oh yeah.
And it's perfect for getting, if you want your guitar to sound like a freaking diesel truck, that's that's the move. So without it, that's without it. Then you turn it on and you just get this.
Huge difference. So we talked about Wes being in a band called God Size, and we're going to throw you a link up here to check those guys out. They're all great friends of us, with Will Ford, Jacob Danielson Moore, Joey Metcalf, and of course Wes Lick here. And if you've not seen them live, I urge you to go see them live, because I mean, just hearing you on CD doesn't do you justice live. I mean, your CDs are great, or your streaming music's great, but live is just the full experience.
Sure, it shakes.
Yeah, for sure, and it's loud, and it's good though.
Right.
It's a good loud. There's bad loud and there's good loud.
Yeah, there's been a lot of outside ears. I know how to play guitar.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily know how to make it sound the way it should sound.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of outside influence from people that are really talented. You know, Will and then Travis Kmeyer, who's recorded everything we've done. They've like really helped me and us hone in on the sound that we want.
Yeah. It's a great sound, and I think, but I mean, we should just hear some of those sounds of maybe some of those God-sized songs or
Yeah,
whatever.
man.
Heck yeah. I hope that sounds good when we get it translated to camera, but and in-house that sounds wonderful.
I love it, man. I love it. It's my favorite tone that's ever like been behind me, you know?
Yeah. 2 amp setup, that just...
It makes a world of difference too when you only got one guitar player.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that you got to take care of. You know, sometimes I'll run one cab on the other side.
Yeah.
But for simplicity's sake here lately, I've just been piling them up on top of each other because it looks cooler and just going for it.
Yeah. So Godsize has already they've got an EP out.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, you've been working on something else.
Yeah, so we put out an EP, started recording it right before everything shut down, and then wrapped it up at the tail end of that and put that out almost 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
It's called It Could Happen to You. It's 5 songs, really quick. And then we put out a single here recently. Within the past couple months, we put out another single, Nervous Tension, that's what that one's called, which is really fun to play live. So that's some fun riffs to play.
Yeah.
And we're wrapping up right now with 4 new songs with Travis Kmeyer from Hal, killer engineer. We got to finish some vocals.
Yeah.
And then get the mix dialed in, mastered, and it'll be done hopefully before summer.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear that for sure. We being right across the street from where they practice and record, we get to hear a lot of it from inside the store even. So everything coming out of that studio is phenomenal and sounding great.
Right.
Yeah, Travis does a great job.
Yeah, there's a killer group of people over there.
Yeah.
It's real similar to over here, man. It's just a bunch of people that want to see you play music.
Yeah.
They're all really encouraging. Everybody bounces ideas off each other.
Sure.
And we're in and out of the store constantly.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that. Speaking of, I mean, in the store we sell EVH products. We've had one EVH on here before with Devin Purdy.
Yeah.
So everyone.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, they sound great. We sell the JHS products, Electro Harmonics, Boss products for sure. And so if you liking what you hear, we can get you there with what we sell for sure. And Wes has been shopping here for years, even before I even started working here. So
yeah, I had one rig put together. Had a whole rig put together maybe 10 years ago, and I was about to get off probation, and I woke up in a hurry and didn't drink anything on the way to the shop, or on the way to the spot, and I couldn't pee, and they were going to violate me. And I had to come up with $90 to do a hair follicle test. So I basically brought like all the things that I had for a pedal board down to you guys and had to sell them all back to you guys to get off probation.
Hey, we hope you get off probation. That's a new one. So
That's family.
Yeah. And we talk about how great Campbell's is. I mean, for me, working here, it's a great place to work. And for people shopping, everybody has good things to say. Dave Campbell is probably the best human on earth, as we all know. Yeah. And we could definitely hook you up with any kind of pedals or amps that you need to get the tones you're looking for. So yeah, with that being said, appreciate Wes coming out and joining us.
Yeah,
and,
man. Thanks for having me, brother.
I hear you across the street all the time. I've seen you live 3 or 4 times, and I'm glad to have you in here. Like I said, one of my favorite metal players.
Thank you.
Yeah, you definitely got great tone. And
it's really cool. You know, the area's known for a lot of styles of music on a big scale that aren't necessarily metal or punk or hardcore. Right. And so it's really cool you guys are shining a light on that stuff, because this place has been an amazing fountain of that kind of music for a long time now.
Yeah, for sure. And again, I urge you to check out God Size, and I guess we'll just roll out of here with play some more licks.